Dr. Glynn, you mentioned the need for a proportional and a proportionate response, Professor Nolan, you also mentioned the need for proportionality. As Kildare, Lough, Laois and Offaly had been locked down, we heard from Meat Industry Ireland and the HSA, and they confirmed that 39 meat plants had been inspected, of which 30 inspections were pre-announced. The day after it was announced that we weren't in a position as a state to move to stage 4, you, Dr. Glynn, pointed out that there had been, I think, 47 cases in meat plants and 4 clusters. That was the most recent of a large number of clusters. Yet we've had no clusters in any hospitality business, yet in one weekend there were 6,000 inspections of licensed premises, of which less than 0.5% showed any lack of compliance. Are you happy that that aspect of the state's response was proportionate to the risk?
From my perspective, we need to decrease congregation across settings. We need to decrease risk across settings. My question is, everybody, I think, at least I hope everybody recognises that we need to wash our hands, we need to avoid congregated settings, we need to avoid places that are busy. But I'm asking, is 39 visits to meat plants where there have been cluster after cluster after cluster in this state and many other states across the world, is that proportionate where there were 6,000 visits to licensed premises in one weekend and there's been no cluster in any of those? There have been, mind you, 10 clusters in the United Kingdom, or 10 outbreaks in the United Kingdom among the 7,000 licensed premises there, all of which are open, whereas ours are closed. I'm asking, is that proportionate? So my answer to that is that we need to do everything we can across all sectors to decrease further cases in clusters, whether that's in restaurants and bars or whether that's in meat processing facilities. Enforcement and visitation is one element of that, but it's just one element. Ultimately, it comes back to human behaviour.